awesome killsters? This is CistReactZ, guys. Today we're reacting to the Sonic Frontiers preview, the hands-on impressions from IGN. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to IGN, and comment down below. Now let's see what IGN thinks of Sonic Frontiers as they've been playing it for like the last couple of days. This is the first time I've ever reacted to an IGN like impression video, so that's kind of crazy.
Sonic's done a lot in 30 years. He's been a pioneer of the high-speed 2D platformer, an Olympic athlete, a respectable kart racing enthusiast, a fighter, a TV star, and a Hollywood blockbuster movie star as well. But he's never done open world, and Sonic Frontiers fixes to change that. I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people outside of Sonic Team to go hands-on with Sonic Frontiers.
Outside of Sonic Team?
Let me just say, if you're worried about how the blue blur will fare in this unfamiliar genre, well, I think Crush 40 probably put it best. Open your heart, it's gonna be alright.
Okay.
The first thing that struck me about Sonic Frontiers was how uniquely somber and serene it was right from the outset. After flying into a wormhole with Tails and Amy, Sonic finds himself separated from his friends and all alone on an isolated island, with nothing but an AI voice guiding him to collect the Chaos Emeralds. There's no one for Sonic to bounce quips off of.
Uh-oh. Wait. I'll go to that next line in a second. An AI voice telling him to get the Chaos Emeralds? We didn't know that. Are they supposed to tell us that? Because, like, they told us on the first one that he's on a deserted island. But today, now they're saying that an AI voice is telling him to get Chaos Emeralds. Are we supposed to know that? And also, no one for him to give quips to. What?
No energetic Crush 40 soundtrack, just wide open fields as far as the eye can see. There's an air of mystery in Sonic.
No Crush 40.
And it's a vibe that's driven home even further
by the
beautiful yet minimalist piano melodies that accompany Sonic as he explores the island.
Okay, piano melodies is fine. Never mind. I am still gonna miss Crush 40 though. Imagine they do add Crush 40 though. That's like for the last song, and they're just fucking with us.
All of this is a very intentional choice. I asked Sonic Team head Takashi Iizuka to describe how the tone of Sonic Frontiers differs from previous Sonic games, and he said, past games in the Sonic series have taken different tones depending on their stories and themes. This time, these mysterious islands are the game's major setting. That's why our artists have worked hard to create a mysterious mood. Of course, the big new change in Sonic Frontiers is the shift from
so they're going for a mysterious mood.
From purely linear levels to a huge open world where Sonic can freely run in any direction. But Sonic Team doesn't like to use the term open world to describe Sonic Frontiers' gameplay, instead referring to its style as being open zone. Open world games like Zelda or other AAA games fundamentally have RPG or adventure worlds. For Sonic, the core here is a 3D action game. Our basic idea was to have that take place in open space. What sets Sonic Frontiers apart is this different approach to an open game world. Having played Sonic Frontiers for about 4 hours, it's easy to see what Iizuka-san means. Sonic Frontiers' open zone design is very different from any other open world I've played. It's a giant playground. Every few feet there's a bumper spring that bounces you like a pinball between 5 other bumpers before putting you on one of the many grindable rail tracks. Or a speed ramp that sets you on a completely different path leading to some other collectible or reward. Or a line of rings that you can lightspeed dash into. Essentially, they've taken that core appeal of every Sonic level having multiple paths that eventually loop back around to the main one and applied that to these giant non-linear open zones. One thing that has to be noted is that very few of these elements are built into the environmental design, meaning that rails, platforms, boost rings, and so on are just inexplicably floating in the air all around, which isn't totally unusual for a Sonic game, but it feels especially jarring in Frontiers in particular because of the frequent and sudden pop-in of these objects and the otherwise very naturalistic art style. Of course, it's worth emphasizing that this gameplay and the version that I played were from an early build, but this is definitely an area that I would hope to see improvement in the final version. Beyond that, there are...
So, for all the people who were yelling at me saying it's not a, an early build or a beta build or a test build, and like, there you go. Like, I was thinking that this isn't like nearly to the final product, and with the 6 months that I'm assuming that they have left to make this game, they'll make something great. Or at least, you know, try to make something great. But yeah.
There are also a wide variety of puzzles and challenges that are littered throughout the zone, and completing them is how you uncover sections of your map. Most of these are very simple, requiring you to orient a statue the correct way, quickly hop back and forth between colored tiles, or use Sonic's new side loop ability to draw circles around back and forth between colored tiles, or use Sonic's new side loop ability
Did he say Psyloop? Is he supposed to be telling us this? Like,
to draw circles around certain objects in the environment to interact with them. The best ones, though,
Little
are
loose
the
lip
races
today.
against the clock, where you have to get from point A to point B in a limited amount of time. The openness of Frontiers level design makes straightforward races like these a ton of fun, because you have to try and improvise a path to the end that might not be immediately obvious.
so do we have names for these new tricks?
There are some exceptions, but combat in traditional Sonic games generally isn't a thing that goes much deeper than jumping, rolling, or using a homing attack into enemies at the right time. That changes in Sonic Frontiers, which now has you fighting all sorts of wandering enemies
that
and
punch.
mini-bosses using an all-new array of incredibly flashy attacks. It's not all style and no substance though. Sonic is able to quickly dodge using the bumper buttons on the gamepad,
That perfect
and by
dodge.
pressing them together, he can even parry attacks with the right timing. His homing attack also feels much more powerful, landing with a ton of impact and keeping Sonic stuck to his enemy, allowing for a flurry of follow-up strikes. One of the things I really appreciate about the combat from what I played is that there are usually multiple ways to deal with specific enemies. Like, take for example this guy, who has an impenetrable shell that he can expand into spinning blades and throw at you. One way to deal with him is just to carefully time your homing attacks so you don't get hit by the blades. But if you do that,
He
the
didn't
window
time
to
it right.
damage him is small. To increase that window, you can either parry the blades and knock them away right before they hit you, or you can even use Sonic's side loop ability to encircle the enemy,
Side-loop.
which causes the shell to go flying upwards.
Because I'm assuming if they didn't say it, if they didn't have no talking during their
Defeating
first
these
gameplay
enemies
review,
will reward you with
and-
EXP that you can use to purchase new skills from a skill tree, which
EXP,
gives
skill
Sonic
trees?
Frontiers a really nice feeling of power progression. Even in
No, I'm sorry. What I was saying was, if they had the first gameplays, the first two with the exploration and the combat silent, and not explaining everything that they're doing on screen, did Sega allow them to say any of this stuff? But I'm assuming they wouldn't say anything if they weren't allowed to, because I'm pretty sure this comes with like some type of NDA of stuff they can and can't say.
in just the relatively short amount of time that I played. Some of the later skills that you can get are just unbelievably cool, and it's super satisfying to see Sonic Team experiment with different ways that Sonic can attack enemies beyond just spins, jumps, and bumps. In addition to these smaller enemies, there are also a handful of enormous world bosses that I had to contend with. These are near Shadow of the Colossus-esque in their scale, with one in particular against a beast named Asura requiring Sonic to bait the Titan to slam the ground and then boost up its arm in order to reach the weak spots on its head. It's an ambitious boss battle, far beyond anything I've seen in the Sonic series to date, but it's also the part of the game that needs the most work. Far too often I'd fly off the boss's arm without knowing why, or I'd get to the top and for some reason lack the momentum needed to actually reach the head. Sonic must hunt down and defeat these bosses in order
Whoa.
to collect portal gears, which open up
Man was
portals
running in
that
midair.
lead to bite-sized linear stages, done in the style of previous Sonic games, giving Sonic Frontiers a nice mix of both old and new styles. These classic levels each come with a handful of optional goals, like beating the level under a certain time, collecting all the red rings, and so on, with each goal rewarding you with a vault key, which are needed to unlock the coveted Chaos Emeralds.
Okay.
Sonic Frontiers is an exciting new step forward for the Sonic series into uncharted territory, and based on my time with it, Sonic Team seems to have hit upon a winning formula. There's certainly still
A
work to
winning
be
formula?
done before it's released during the holiday season. There's a lot of distracting pop-in, there's a fair amount of bugs still left to be squashed, and the big boss fights could do with some tweaking. But ultimately, my time with this early build answered the one question I had on my mind. Will Sonic's one-of-a-kind gameplay translate into an open world? The answer is a resounding absolutely. Thanks for watching, and tune into IGN for more Sonic Frontiers coverage as part of IGN First. And for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
My opinion, I mean, it looks good. Looks like they're trying something. But it does feel like it needs a little bit more. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. I don't know. I don't know, but it feels like there's something here, but it needs more. And I feel like they're gonna add that in with, and hell, they probably already added it in with the most recent up-to-date build that they have. But I don't know what they have because it's an early build. All I know is this is what they have planned for whatever this build came out. But yeah, I would say it just needs a tiny bit more. I don't know what it needs, but I don't know, something. It just feels like it needs something. Like for example, one thing I can point out is the boost does need to feel like it is faster, you know? But that's pretty much it. But just you seen how I said that? You seen how nice I was when I said that? You see how I'm not angry, you know? Just like some people need to like stop being like complete, well, dickheads to Sonic Team, you know? Like, you guys don't need to be mean to them, you know? We could be nice and give our critiques to the people who are not liking this game and are being nice with this critique. Thank you. To the people who are asking Sonic Team to be fired because of this game and because they've had a bunch of other, bad games in the past, you don't have to be like that. You could just be nice with saying it. That was my whole point of making that video a couple of days ago. All right. So anyway, guys, if you guys want more Sonic Frontiers, make sure you guys hit that like button, comment below, subscribe for more to come Kister today. If you are new to the channel, and turn on all notifications if you guys want to see more Sonic Frontiers. Comment down below what you guys are thinking about Sonic Frontiers and what you guys think about IGN playing it and all that stuff. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.